Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. This is Ragnarok with episode 39 of my Warhammer 2 Mortal Empire's Karl Franz campaign on legendary difficulty. Alright, so we'll pick up where we left off last time and just start moving through this campaign some more. We finish off the rebellion. We're going to be settling public order for a little while. This is probably going to be a little bit of a duller episode, I think.
I will marshal the men.
Sorry guys, I'm just trying to orient myself. I've been recording for my Bretonnia campaign. I'm just trying to finish that campaign off, to be honest. And just getting back into this, trying to remember exactly what we were going to do. So, Grunwald's right. We're keeping Grunwald near there. Near Weissenberg to deal with the rebellion when it happens. And
champion of the faith.
Got a whole bunch of these guys to level up. So been working on the settings in my I've had like a number of technical issues of late with the recordings, and I still not 100% content with where the settings are right now, so I'm going to be continuing to work on that. So I apologize if this video does get a little bit pixelated at certain points. I'm not sure exactly what the major issues are, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just doing my best to work on it. I'm gonna have to consider seriously consider changing what recording software I'm using, because right now go with Iron Disciplinarian. Yeah, right now I'm having just a number of issues that I wasn't having previously with OBS. Right, so I'm thinking that it is not worth our time to stay down here. We'll just let the rebels come in here and do whatever they want. Let's get Franz on the move. Although may not be the safest thing to force march him through that territory. Let's bring him around this way.
In the name of Magnus.
Yeah, I had a solution to the issue I was having with the lag, and it was just basically to use DirectX 12. However, DirectX 12 as opposed to DirectX 11, it's just so unstable on my machine. I don't know if it's because I'm using one of the Ryzen processors, but the game crashed so many times in the last little while, and it's really put me behind with my recording schedule. So I switched back to DirectX 11 and found a new method that's allowing me to actually record these without the lag, but it's still, the quality is not I don't know, it's still not quite there. And I'm just uploading my first episode from the other series, the Bretonnia series, that I recorded with this with these settings, and I'm still not 100% happy with the way that that the videos are coming out. And I want to double check and see how it looks on YouTube, because it always the videos on my PC are always a little bit better quality than the videos uploaded on YouTube. YouTube, it has to go through another rendering process, I believe, or another encoding process when it's uploaded, so you lose a little bit of the quality every time. Okay, one of those things. Anyway guys, I'm gonna shut up about all that stuff, and we'll just just focus on the campaign here. Hopefully there won't be any more major technical problems.
King Lewin Leoncoeur. I am King Leoncoeur.
Still does not want anything to do with us, Lord Lewin. Yeah, I think we'll end the turn here. See. Are you available for one of these spots? Yeah, I guess that's okay for now. I don't think I forgot anything there, but it is altogether possible, that's for sure. Anyway, let's return to Sword of Justice and read through some more of this. Alright, so last time we left off there was a conversation between Commander Grunwald and Verstholen. So I had some small part in it. Schwarzhelm can be persuaded if you know the right means. There was a halberdier captain out there too, a man named Block. If you owe anyone thanks, it is he. Aye, I know him. Did he make it back to the bastion? I was fighting with him before the Doom Bull arrived. If he's alive, then the general will seek him out. Battle may be the making of a man. Block has advanced his reputation. Grunwald felt a sudden pang of shame. Where I failed, he said, almost to himself. Verstholen frowned. In what way? You held the ridge for as long as anyone could have. It was foolish of the commanders not to send relief earlier, and I told them so. There's no whispering against you, Andreas. Grunwald found scant consolation in those words. He knew that he'd held out for as long as he could. Any longer, and his entire command would have perished. But Schwarzhelm was a harsh taskmaster. He'd been ordered to keep the road clear. He had failed. Helborg had made it through at last, but how much sooner would he have arrived if the ridge hadn't fallen to the beasts? I worry not about whispering, he said. The verdict of my peers means nothing, but Schwarzhelm? He doesn't forgive easily. He doesn't forgive at all, said Verstholen grimly, but there's nothing to berate yourself for. The field has been won, the beasts are scattered. Trust me, Grunwald, we will ride out with Schwarzhelm again, just as we always have done. You've won his trust 100 times before. You'll remember that. Grunwald looked away, back over the grim vista of the cauldron. Columns of smoke were picking their way across the stone, stripping weapons from the fallen.
Greetings from Sigmar.
There was heavy labor ahead. Swords were precious and would be recovered for the Emperor's armories. The beastmen would be left to rot where they fell. This place would be a scene of carnage for months, even when the last bones had been picked clean. So you say, he muttered. So you say. Alright. A little break in the text there, and the end turn shouldn't go on for too much longer. We're getting to the end there. But we'll just return to the novel during the next end turn. And I'm going to try it. Oh, Bretonian Caravan. Imperial Palace has been finished. That's good. Imminent rebellion in Weisenland. Alright.
What does the Emperor bid?
The thing is, if we bring you into this
This will
province,
bolster the nation.
is that
The
going to...
Empire.
Still says -10. Oh, okay. It's right here. We bring him into... Do
Onwards.
we put you right there? Yeah, it brings it to +4.
calls?
Alright, that is unfortunate. Alright, this is gonna be expensive, and I don't really want to spend this extra money, but we'll give Uther some
To strengthen the Empire. Take up the pace.
extra experience. I just don't want to risk losing this settlement. I mean, this probably would push back a rebellion
Does the
force,
Emperor
but
bid?
with him there, we should have no trouble at all. And maybe we'll actually pick up... Just wondering, one of these units, which one we should go with. Go with the Tattered Souls. Haven't seen any flagellants in this campaign just yet. And then we'll have
Yes, a sound
we'll have
plan.
Grunwald here
Who
to support afterward, or to clean up,
Summon the
help clean up the
Electricons.
rebellion. a little bit wary. We do have non-aggression with the vampires, if I'm not mistaken. Just double check that.
Bow! My words are as deadly as my
non-aggression.
blade.
This army shouldn't be too much of a threat to us, but I don't like the idea of us getting caught in force march. Continue with stimulate growth. We're just gonna abandon these provinces. Let the rebels do whatever they will with it. I'm just wondering if we should park in Eikendorf, or if we should move all the way through here. I guess it's no huge hurry to get into vampire country.
Let's go.
We'll just play it safe. Just be overly cautious.
Ready to serve. Arch-Lector.
Alright, Dante.
By Sigma.
Alright, Leonidas Ruppin.
My command. Moving out.
We're sending him back to the Reichland, where he's going to recruit great swords for the Emperor. And Dante is going to wait for Franz here on the frontier.
Ready to serve.
And let's take a look at what's happening back here. I mean, I think what we'll do is we'll
Bring me to my men.
have Franz and Dante move towards Castle Dreckenhof and then come back and hit Tempelhof. And
Awaiting orders.
Ruppin will meet up with them. We'll link up with them a little bit later. Maybe even
Ready.
we'll use Ruppin and Grunwald together for a little while and smash some of this. And you just want to be careful because we're going to have a little bit of issues with public order in some of these provinces for the time being. Do public order +4 here in Middenland. Also an option. Next turn, this goes up, and we're not even going to be close. 7,200 to pay for that, unfortunately.
By the comet.
Mostly because of this situation, the extra money it's going to cost us to defend that settlement. Alright.
Who calls?
Definitely want Verstholen to try and clear out any enemy agents that might be there. I think things look pretty good for the most part. Just the main issue is public order. And as we're getting a little bit bigger, it's going to be more and more difficult to sort rebellions out. Are we? Oh, we're not at war with anyone right now, is that right? We're at war with the Redhorn tribe, that's it. Alright, gotcha. One more turn until that will help out quite a bit. Well, a little bit anyway. And that'll help out a little bit as well with public order, but just gotta get as much as we can anywhere we can. The key will be to get Galmaraz. So I mean, once we finish with Manfred, priority should be coming down here and fighting with the Greenskins. I mean, maybe that should have been our priority now. I mean, we were already down here and we were sharing a border with them. Maybe we should have went for the Greenskins first. I just don't want Manfred to get out of control, especially the fact that it spread all this bloody corruption. I just feel like it's best to weed them out now if we can. Can't upgrade this yet because we can't allow the treasury to dip into the negative. Minute rebellion. Yep. Construction slot available. Get another enter. Clearing the battlefield took many hours. Troops, still wearing the armor they'd fought in, were ordered out onto the cauldron to retrieve items of value and prepare the bodies of the slain for their mass immolation. The work was grim. Amidst the heaps of twisted, bestial enemies, every so often a trooper would discover the face of a man he knew, cold and staring. For them, Victory had come too late. As the lines of men gradually picked their way across the battlefield, others piled wood high for the pyres. There would be 2 of them. No beastman would share the same honored burning as the human dead. Priests chanted over both sites. Prayers of benediction and thanks were offered up over the pyre reserved for the honored slain. Litanies of exorcism and damnation were chanted over the beastman's pile. As the morning wore on, the kindling was ignited and pale flames leapt into the air. One by one, arduously and with much effort, bodies were dragged to the pyres and drowned on the wood. Gradually, the noisome stench of crackling flesh began to mask that of the putrefying cadavers. 2 columns of smoke, each black and heavy, rolled up into the grey air. Restored to his vantage point on the pinnacle of the bastion, Schwarzhelm watched the grisly task unfold. With the cessation of combat, he had withdrawn to his general's position. His armor had been wiped clean of blood, and his sword shone again unsullied. His mood, however, remained dark. The Reichsguard had retreated to a position down in the cauldron on Halborg's orders. Despite the scale of the task, the 2 men avoided one another. Schwarzhelm's own commanders, sensing his anger, mostly busied themselves with their own tasks. Only Gruppen, driven by necessity, had dared to disturb his isolation. Now even he was gone, organizing the Knights Panther for their ride to Altdorf. Schwarzhelm stood alone, lost in thought. Why did Halborg rile him so? Was it fatigue or something more deep-seated? The ways of war were fickle. There could have been 1,000 reasons why the Reichsguard had been held up. Their route had been blocked by beasts, despite his best efforts. But had the Marshal ridden with all the haste he could muster? It had happened so often, this last-minute charge to save the day. Surely the man didn't deliberately plan these charges, just in the nick of time to bolster his reputation. And yet... "My lord," came a nervous voice from his shoulder. Baron, his aide-de-camp, was there. His face was pale with fear. "Yes?" "The man you were seeking. Block. He's been found." That was good news. Schwarzhelm felt the worst of his mood begin to lift. He could worry about Halborg later. He had his own men to worry about first. Alrighty. So yeah, in the words of Chris Wraight there, very grisly business there, cleaning up the battlefield. But, you know, alright, that's good, Yeah, even as morbid as it is described in the novel there, I mean, sure, it can't compare in any way to what a real battlefield would look like after battle, especially one of these ancient battlefields. Like a medieval battlefield would basically be like a butcher shop. Anyway, all right, let's keep going with the honest steel here for Gruppen. And let's keep moving you back towards Altdorf. I'm a little wary to force march him. Should be safe right there, I think.
Praise be to
We'll come around that way and we'll get him to Grunberg.
So, to the provinces? Yes, my lord.
What? It is for the best.
We'll have Grunberg come over here.
On march.
I think I'm gonna we'll do the attack with
Right.
Praise Sigma.
Uther. Just get him a little bit of experience while we're at it. And I think we'll be safe too. Not to mention these 2 units should absorb the bulk of the damage. These guys took a little bit of damage too. I'm pretty sure we would have lost barely anything if we had manually resolved that. But anyway, these guys will have time to heal. And
What does the Emperor bid?
Uther services are no longer required. Thank you for that. Just keeping this place safe. I mean, we probably would have been okay against that rebellion. I just didn't want to take any chance of losing the settlement, because losing the settlement would have cost us a lot more. Alright, I'm gonna start sinking points into spreading public order for a lot of these guys. And the stimulate
To the
growth
provinces.
as well.
To strengthen the empire.
Alright.
Pick up the pace.
We'll get Grunwald heading back this way. Marienburg's not too bad. Do have what we got here? Oh, Sigurd coming down here. 2-unit card stack. Be interesting. See what kind of damage they can do. Yeah, I mean these aren't in any threat to rebel soon. But we should have Grunwald nearby. Just in case. And then next turn,
What orders?
we can start recruiting those. Actually, we need to get this built first before we start recruiting the great swords. We might as well build this. Anything to get the economy moving.
Yes.
Alright, Franz. Where the fuck is Isabella going? What does she think she's doing? Well, good thing is our allies are moving on the vampires.
The Empire.
Take a look at what's over here.
Forward.
Not see any. Yeah, this area is completely
Step to
undefended.
it.
Wow. By completely undefended, I mean it does have, Dreckenhof does have a very
I am Prince
very
and
impressive
Emperor
garrison.
by Sigma.
Yeah, this is very this area, once you cross this river, that's where all the corruption is coming from. We need to get this upgraded as quickly as possible so that we can build the shrine. Probably build one here in Greenstad as well. I think that's the plan. I think we're just gonna keep the armies together for now.
Of the faith. Your word is my
Dante
command.
and Franz.
I command here.
Oh.
My orders are to move.
And yeah, we're just gonna abandon this area for now. Yeah, I might regret not going after the orcs first, but I think it's important to get the vampires under control before they just... Yeah, I mean, like, they don't even have to be at war with you to have negative effects. I mean, look at the corruption seeping into our territories. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, it's gonna take him a couple turns to get over there. These fucking rivers really slow you down. I think these guys would build bridges across them. That's one of the things that I would really love in a Total War game, is the ability to build stuff. Bridges, walls, forts. To actually be able to build stuff on the campaign map. I think that's something that's definitely missing from these games. Anyway. I don't think there's really anything else for us to do here. Things are very calm. We're just positioning to go after the vampires, so...
By the light of the late. It's late in the day for the Empire to...
These guys aren't going to want to trade with us. Should have finished Lewin off when we had the chance. That confederation worked out pretty good for Lewin, though they're kind of like scattered all over the place. So I guess if they confederate with the rest of the Bretonnian factions, they'll be more consolidated. If they confederate with Lyonese and Sporterlo, and then Carcassonne. The vampires, I'm surprised the vampires are still there. The Red Duke. It looked like Tonya was going to finish them off. Alright. Alright, where were we? Baron withdrew and Block took his place. The man looked on prepossessing. He was short in stature, fat even. His features were crude. A squat nose, crooked from repeated breaks, sat in the middle of a peasant's face. The brow was low, the mouth tight. He had the look of a tavern brawler, a common thief, and yet, as Schwarzhelm knew from his own experience, a man's worth was only measured in his deeds, not breeding. Without Block's intervention, he would have lost Grunwald, one of his most trusted allies. That alone made up for any roughness around the edges. "Herr Block," he said, trying to keep the habitual gruffness out of his voice. "You know why I wished to see you." The man looked unsteady on his feet. He'd been wounded several times, and there was a patch of dry blood on the jerkin over his shoulder. To his credit, he kept his posture as best he could, and his eyes were level. Not every man could meet his gaze. "No, sir." Schwarzhelm was used to being addressed as my lord. It was a proper title for his rank and station. No doubt Block was unaware of this. He liked that. The man was a warrior, not an official. The commander of the southern flank was forced to withdraw. Your action saved his life and that of many of his men. I would have arrived too late. That was a brave thing you did, Captain. Block looked uneasy. Like many of his kind, he could cope with insults, threats, and banter. It was compliments that really threw him off guard. Thank you, sir," he stammered, clearly unsure how to react. "How long have you been in the Emperor's service?" This was easier to cope with. 10 years, sir. Joined as a lad in the militia, accepted into the state halberdiers when I turned 20. Promoted to captain last year when Erdhart was killed at Kresberg. Schwarzhelm nodded with approval. "Good. You've learned your trade the way I did." Schwarzhelm studied the man as he spoke, gauging his character from the way he carried himself, the way he responded, the almost imperceptible inflections that indicated a fighting temperament. It was similar to the way a trainer might select a horse. "There is much wrong in the way the empire runs itself, Block," said Schwarzhelm, permitting himself a digression. "Many who rule do not deserve to. Many who are ruled could make a better fist of it. You're a fighting man."
Greetings from Sigmar.
I probably would get us closer to confederation with them, but I just don't want to be in any unnecessary wars, especially if we're not positioned for them.
Friends of the Empire, come. Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
Oh my goodness, everybody wants an alliance. Alright, you're a fighting man. You've seen armies commanded by fools and good men led into ruin by them. Though he said nothing, Schwarzhelm could see the recognition in Block's eyes. Oh really? But there's opportunity in battle. Metal will always show itself. Okay, we'll just auto-resolve this. Yeah, I mean, they just raised it anyway, and I don't think that... I don't know, it's weird. The rebel forces, they raise the settlements, and then they just disappear. So, we weren't planning to stay down there anyway, so that's fine. Alright, wanted to finish that last part of a paragraph there, but just did not get to it. Oh, you filthy vampire. That's where she was going. Wow. Damn it to hell. That is the last thing I wanted, is to have them in behind us there. Thought it was suspicious that she was and the thing is, we can't declare war on them right now because we've got non-aggression. And
Ulf wants defense. If what you seek is for the greater good, my sword.
Yeah, we just signed peace with them. not so long ago, and then we picked up that non-aggression pact. So, I mean, hopefully the non-aggression pact will keep them from attacking us. Go with war with the Greenskins and Karak Kadrin, so let's just take a look at this while we're in here.
Champion of the lead, I am King Leoncor, foolhardy. Never.
I don't want to pay much more than that, but I wouldn't mind getting trade there. And our relations are improving with them. We're almost in the positive, which is pretty surprising, since we were at war with them earlier in the campaign. Alright, I think we can afford to do that. Alright, so let's build the roads here. And then let's go with the resource here. Just anything to increase our income. Are we looking for public order here? It's getting close. These are getting close to rebellion, so let's get Runwald nearby. Have them come down around this way. I think it should be safe to force march through there. And Gruppen should be safe beside our allies here, even though he is in force march. Might want to switch this just to slow it down, because the last thing we want is for everything to rebel at the same time. Got some Norskins over here. I love how the AI can just traipse through your territory. No repercussions.
Ready.
Got up here.
By the comet. Onwards.
Just continue scouting a little bit.
March on the witches. Moving off.
And then have him come back down here. Probably what I'm gonna do is we'll have him damage the walls there. Again, it'll help get him leveled up, but also it'll save us some work when we get over there with our artillery,
Sigmarite Arch-Lector.
which I think is what we're going to be.
Honored to serve.
Alright, so let's get these two into that territory. They're going to suffer attrition, but we're going to walk through here slowly. We'll be able to recover what we lose next turn.
I am Franz.
And then hopefully next episode we'll be able to attack Drakenhof. I'm actually even tempted to force march them this turn.
As is my right by
I think I will. But we'll stay within
Make haste, men.
reinforcement range of
I live to serve the Emperor.
these guys, just in case there's something here. Someone's standing in ambush stance that I don't see.
The Empire.
Send him down to there next turn, and it'll take us maybe 2 turns to get over there. And then we'll just hit Drakenhof, hit Templehof, and then just, yeah, that should give us plenty of. We'll probably just thinking if we should sack it. It'll knock it down to level 3, I think, if we sack it. Probably would be better to keep it at level 4, even though the money we could use for over here. I mean, Altdorf. Oh, Altdorf is finished, isn't it? No. We still gotta upgrade this, and we still gotta upgrade this. So it's not quite finished. But everything on the lower tier here is as I want it. Yeah. We could switch this to public order, and then we wouldn't have to come over to Marienburg. I'm just concerned that we will need Grunwald over here. We don't know where the other vampire armies. If somebody, the vampire army heads for Midland, would be hard pressed. So we can always recruit a general there. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just thinking out loud here. Sort of, anyway. I don't know, maybe we'll let these provinces rebel one more time. Oh, it's gonna be 4 turns. This province, we don't have the option, we don't have the full province to do the edict, but here we could always do the edict. What else is in this fool's army? Chariot. Chariot and a general's bodyguard. Is he gonna assault Corone with that? Alright. Sure. Why not? These two should, so long as they stay together, we should be able to take on any vampire forces. This is gonna be, yeah, look at that, income generated 1,000. Very valuable settlement right there. Checked this already, didn't I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. Though he said nothing, Schwarzhelm could see the recognition in Block's eyes. But there's opportunity in battle. Metal will always show itself. There are men in the Empire who know how to reward talent and how to ignore low birth. The Emperor Sigmar Keepum is one. It is to him I owe my station, not to my breeding. And so it is with me. I need good men around me. I'd like you to be one of them. Block blinked, clearly struggling to take the speech in. Yes, sir, was all he said. There are a number of captains I place my trust in. Not many, since only a few deserve it. In my judgment, you may prove worthy. I'm offering you a chance. Leave the employ of the Reichland and join my retinue. The pay is no better, and you'll be campaigning more than you've ever done before, but there's glory in it, and service. Many men would leap to serve me. Others would leap to avoid it. Which of those are you, Herr Block? The man didn't hesitate. I'll serve you, he said. Schwarzhelm narrowed his eyes. Be careful, he said, warningly. This offer will only come once. Danger follows me. I'll not think less of you if you refuse. A life in the state of halberdiers is an honorable one, and you'll stand a better chance of seeing your children grow up. To his credit, Block didn't flinch. His assurance seemed to be growing, a good sign. With your pardon, sir, I've never been one for changing my mind. I know a chance when I see one, I'll fight with you, and you'll not find a better captain in the Emperor's armies. Then he looked worried, like he'd overreached himself. And I'm grateful for the chance, really grateful. Schwarzhelm kept his gaze firmly on him. Nothing he saw contradicted his initial assessment. Here was a leader of the future. Very good, he said. For now, remain with your company. They fought hard, and you should reward them. When we're back in Altdorf and your hangover is cleared, report to Farron. He'll sort out the papers of commission. Then you'll report to me. Schwarzhelm didn't smile. He never smiled. But something close to a humorous light played in his eyes. I like you, Block, he said. I wonder if you know what you've committed yourself to. Never mind. We'll see soon enough. Return to your men and prepare for the journey home. Block, his uncertain confidence looking a little dented, bowed awkwardly and limped away. From some distance away, Schwarzhelm heard Farron begin to confer with him. He ignored the noise of their conversation and turned to face the cauldron. For the moment, his brooding on Hellberg had lifted. Out on the plain, the columns of smoke rose ever higher. Another victory. The army would decamp before nightfall, and then it would start over again. The endless test, the endless struggle. Only now, in these brief moments, could any satisfaction be taken. He crossed his arms over his burly chest. The head of Regrim had been struck on a spike near the summit of the bastion. It would be taken to Altdorf and presented to Karl Franz, and that would be an end to it, for now. Alright, seems like a good place to stop. And I think on that note, I think we're probably going to stop the episode. I apologize, guys. Again, you know, I did mention at the first of the episode that it would be a little bit of a dollar episode. Where does she think she's fucking going? I don't like the fact that these... Why the... I don't like that this is at the top here. I'd like to have... this is just me being obsessive compulsive, but I'd really like to have the roads down at the bottom here and put the shrine at the top. I don't know why when we upgraded Greenstead that it moved the roads to the top there. That's really bizarre. Anyway, I'm probably gonna fix that.
I am Prince
Just because
Emperor.
I'm really, yeah, really particular. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I am pretty confident that we will get the Siege of Dreckenhof next episode, and I'm definitely gonna make it a little bit of a longer episode, seeing as it's Friday. So we'll go with an hour-long episode, plus it's episode 40, so we'll make it a little bit longer. I don't know where these fools are going, but things look pretty good for the most part, I think. Public order is going to be a little bit of an issue over here until we pick up Galmaraz. Public order is going to be an issue over here until we can do the Confederation, but with a little bit of luck we can get the Confederation with the Weisenlands sometime soon. And then this area in the south we're just abandoning for the time being. And yeah, war with Manfred, that's what we've got coming up next. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you in episode 40. Have a great day. Ragnarok signing out.